What is exactly following the money? I'm going to show you that on this segment of the Gig Geezer. If this is your first time checking out the Gig Geezer, hey, thanks for stopping by. And if you would, hit that subscribe button, give my content a thumbs up, share my content among others, and I definitely welcome your comments in the section below. And if you're a returning visitor of the Gig Geezer, you've probably heard me use the term following the money while I've been out doing my hustles. Now, following the money can definitely help you maximize your hustle. It can also help you on all your various apps like DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Waiter/Bite Squad, Instacart, and I'll even go as far as to say on your rideshare apps, Uber and Lyft. Also, following the money can help you basically in any market. Now, following the money in its truest definition is nothing more than taking what the market is giving you. Now, I'm going to go a little further into that, but I want to give you I want to show you this map here, and if you would notice, check out that shaded yellow section. Now, in this illustration, that is where I had planned to work my hustle. That was the strategy that I drew up. Now, I've learned in life that life does not always go according to the script that you write. Same thing with your gig hustles. You may plan to work an area, but it may not always go according to that script. What happened in this scenario is that it took me over 25 minutes before I accepted my first order. That order took me to that shaded green section. Now, that shaded green section was where the money was. And I was in that area for the next 2.5 hours, which is almost an entire hustle. Now, one of the things that I've learned in doing hustles of DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Waiter/Bite Squad, and Instacart is that the hotspots that are shown on your app maps are not always where the money is. And so it is incumbent upon you to find those opportunities. Now, if I were to borrow a rideshare example, something that I've done and I know other drivers have done, what you'll do is you'll turn on the app and then you'll probably accept a ride in an area that's not far from you. Or maybe you'll accept a ride in an area that you've designated to start your shift or hustle. And then you kind of just go where those rides are taking you. That's very similar to what following the money is like working DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Waiter/Bite Squad, and Instacart. Very similar. But I'm going to caution you something. Now, while that may be very similar, I will caution you in that what's going to happen is over time, those areas may not yield continuous opportunities. And then you're going to be faced with another decision. Now, one of the things that can help you in your decision is something called your instincts. If you've listened to previous segments of the Gig Geezer, you've heard me talk about follow your instincts. I talk of following the money. You also need to follow your instincts. It's almost like point one, point two. I first heard of a percentage being attached to following your instincts through playing poker. Poker champions often say that your instincts are going to lead you correct 75 to 80% of the time. I have found that to be true even doing gig economy work of DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, Waiter/Bite Squad, and Instacart. Yes, instincts are going to lead me correct that high of a percentage. And by the way, hit that subscribe button. Give my content a thumbs up. Share my content among others, and I definitely welcome your comments in the section below. Now, in this particular hustle, what happened was after about 2 hours, I began sensing that this area was not as busy as it was when I first got there 2 hours ago. And so my instinct started telling me, maybe it's time to start working your way back to that shaded yellow area. And it come to find out, that was the right decision. When I got back up to that shaded yellow area, guess what? I actually caught 3 more opportunities. which enabled me to accomplish my goal for that hustle. What can you take from following the money? Number one, it can work on just about any app. Number two, it can work on just about any market. And number three, it can definitely maximize your hustle. It's a high percentage proposition, and it's something that I certainly recommend. And with that, I'm Edward Lane, and as always, may your hustle continue. Thank you for checking out this segment of the Gig Geezer. If you reach this point, it means that you've checked it out in its entirety, and it's very much appreciated, and it tells YouTube that you're very much engaged in my content. Hey, if you'd like to get in contact with me or pass on some other useful information, I can be reached at giggeezer3.5@gmail.com, or you can check me out on Twitter at giggeezer.